Campaign 2020, President Trump's family taking center stage during night two of the Republican National Convention. Natalie Brand standing by live in Washington with tonight's highlights and a little bit of a controversy. Natalie?
Yeah, Ken, critics say Secretary of State Mike Pompeo contradicted his own department's policy, long-standing policy, not to get involved in partisan politics. Meanwhile, the First Lady closed the night, striking a sympathetic tone while vouching for her husband's re-election.
President Trump joined First Lady Melania Trump in the newly renovated Rose Garden of the White House following her speech Tuesday night.
My husband, our family, and the people in this administration are here fighting for you.
Speaking before a crowd of supporters without masks, she acknowledged the toll of the coronavirus pandemic on the country. She also called for Americans to come together to end the racial unrest in the country.
I also ask people to stop the violence and looting being done in the name of justice.
It's a family affair on night two, with President Trump's daughter Tiffany and his son Eric also making a case for their father's re-election. President Trump made more surprise appearances Tuesday night, including holding a naturalization ceremony for immigrants to become U.S. citizens.
One of the headliners, Secretary Mike Pompeo, is drawing criticism from congressional Democrats and former diplomats for his appearance for breaking precedent by giving a convention speech as the sitting U.S. Secretary of State.
I'm Mike Pompeo.
Secretary Pompeo taped his remarks from Jerusalem Monday during an official trip to Israel.
Natalie, the First Lady delivered that speech in front of a crowd at the Rose Garden where, you know, from the looks of it, people were not really social distancing. Nobody was wearing a mask. Were there any safety protocols in place?
Well, Ken, the campaign tells us that up to 100 people were attending that speech, between 75 to 100 people. And earlier today, the First Lady's office said that everyone would be administered a test. We know that anyone who gets close to the president has been given one of the rapid tests for the coronavirus. But we have reached out to the campaign to confirm whether, in fact, every single person in that crowd did complete a test. But really, there's the optics, the visual that we saw of that crowd, most of them not wearing masks, and that visual, when the administration's own health officials have really been stressing the message, the importance of the public wearing masks during this pandemic, Ken.
Yeah, some critics are saying it's a missed opportunity by the administration, that they could have gone a long way in pushing that COVID prevention message. Anyway, Natalie Brand reporting live from D.C. Thank you, Natalie.